We are so grateful during this giving campaign, our Come Together giving campaign, to have people among us sharing amazing stories about All Saints Church and what it means to them. And appearing before you are Dan and Carol Lundberg, and deeply grateful for them, for your willingness to share your story with us this morning. So please take it away.
Thanks. We came to All Saints from a different kind of church. We found hope in the phrase, whoever you are and wherever you find yourself on your journey of faith, there's a place for you here. Our story began in the evangelical church, and we stayed there until 3 years ago. It was a good place for us, mostly. We had good friends, they helped us raise our kids, and they walked with us while Dan's parents were dying. However, we began to be less and less comfortable with the lack of inclusion of women and LGBTQ people there.
When our church made a statement against the Supreme Court 2015 decision about marriage equality, we pushed back for change. When no change came, we knew we needed to leave. We knew about All Saints' reputation of inclusion and justice, so we tried it out. At first, we thought it was too far away, a 30-minute drive when there's no traffic. So we viewed it as just a respite, a sort of splurge before we found a new church closer to home. We tried a couple of nearby churches, but every time we tried one of those was a week we didn't get to come here, and we missed that. Eventually, we decided that while it may be a little odd to drive 30 minutes to church, the upside is we kind of like the partner that we ride with in the car. We vowed not to let the drive keep us away from things. If All Saints was to be our place, then we would be all in.
For us, part of being all in is to support the church financially. This financial campaign's theme, Come Together, is fitting for our experience here. For us, All Saints is helping us to see how God's love gets obscured for many people in this world. At All Saints, we're learning about coming together to dismantle systems that hurt people, to show the love of God to people who've been told they're not worthy of it. For us, that new way of seeing God is a breath of fresh air. It's air that we've needed for a long time.
We love the inclusion here at All Saints. And here are some ways that has shown up for us.
Children belong here, and they have a place just to be who they are. Baby noises are welcome, children help with the Eucharist, and their ministry is important. A struggle in my life right now is helping my parents as they're aging and their health is declining. One day, not too long ago, I spent the night in the hospital with my dad, a scary night. And we came here in the morning, and the children's choir was singing. The young children, like 6-year-olds, were singing about all of the loss that we incur in life and how loss is inevitable. But the one thing we cannot lose is the love of God. That song stays with me, and it's important to me. Children have an important place here.
When we were pretty new here, we went to a rector's forum where Jason Lyon was speaking as the senior warden. We didn't even know what a senior warden was, but when he made reference to his husband, we were reminded that this is an inclusive place, and we felt thankful to be a part of it.
When Spanish comes up in the service, I get a little nervous. I don't speak Spanish, and it takes more effort. But I'm also reminded that coming together takes effort, and it's worth it, and it's not all about me. It's another way of making a place for all.
Most important, we love that all this inclusion is because of the way All Saints views God. All Saints is inclusive because God is inclusive. God swings wide the doors for those who have faced locked doors for millennia. Here, we're learning to come together to open those doors. It's worth a 30-minute drive. It's worth a financial commitment. And in the pew rack in front of you, you'll find these cards with a little light green line on top that says, Come Together. And if you peek inside, there's a pledge card for the coming year. Won't you join Carol and I in making your commitment for the year ahead? Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to Dan and Carol, and just thanks to all of you who have pledged. And we really want everyone to pledge. We want to have the pledges in by December 31st. Really, we want everyone to pledge so we know that we're all in together, that we are all in this together, because we have the joy of an amazing amount of work to do in the years ahead. And I am so excited about who God has gathered here already, and excited to see about who God is going to continue to gather here.